The pain is great here. That's what makes you double over. That's why anybody that's sick, they walk and they hold their stomach and they bend over.
Yeah, them cramp.
You know, men cramp too like that. They bend over. Because the pain is cramp. So, but I know what you're saying too. You bend over like this. That's the pain. It's in your stomach. He's vexed. He said, why you always leaning over? Because he's feeling that pain that's in the pit of his stomach. This is why when you go through bad love, your stomach hurts and you can't do what? Eat. Can't even both the cornflakes. They sit there and just soggy on you after one bite. Right? Your stomach can't take it. So he's leaning over. Go ahead, bro.
And he said unto him, why art thou being the king's son lean from day to day? Wilt thou not tell me? And Amnon said unto him, I love Tamar, my brother Absalom's sister. And Jonadab said unto him, lay thee down on thy bed, and make thyself sick.
So, lay thee down on the bed. Most of us have done it when we don't want to go to school. Lay thyself down on the bed. So she can hear it in the next room. You ain't not going up, what's wrong? You sick? You done put an icy hot pack on the seat. Why are you burning up? You don't have to stay home. Fake it like you sick. Go ahead, brother.
And when thy father cometh to see thee, say unto him, I pray thee, let my sister Tamar come and give me meat and dress the meat in my sight, that I may see it and eat it at her hand.
So, and right there, he says, so when your daddy hear about you sick, he gonna come to see you. Tell him the healing medicine is my sister cooking for me.
Setting up.
The way she throw down is like Isaac was in love with Esau's venison. The way she put that spin on it and put that ground pepper on it, whatever she was doing, he convinced David by how well she cooked that this was the deal. Let's get some more. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 6. So Amnon lay down. So Amnon lay down and made himself sick. And when the king was come to see him, Amnon said unto the king, I pray thee, let Tamar my sister come and make me a couple of cakes in my sight, that I may eat at her hand.
Well, we see he wanted some other cakes too. Go ahead.
Then David sent home to Tamar, saying, go now to thy brother Amnon's house and dress him meat. So Tamar went to her brother Amnon's house, and he was laid down. And she took flour and kneaded and made cakes in his sight, and did bake the cakes. And she took a pan and poured them out before him, but he refused to eat. And Amnon said, have out all men from me. And they went out every man from him.
So see, he had servants because he was the king's son. So he had soldiers right there. He had his butler waiting on him, just like you seen the movie The Butler, and y'all seen. He had servants. He said, every man get out the room. She done fixed him up and slid it out of that skillet onto the plate and ready to give it to him. He like, no, everybody get out. Everybody get out. Where we at? Go ahead.
And verse 10. And
hold on. What you got?
I just got a question. Side of the question. At that point, the responsibility of a parent, a father, in that situation, when God said that if a child continues to disrespect his parent, that parent has a right to kill him.
Okay.
Would David be justified in killing his son in that situation?
David, it was a substitute man. See, David ain't saw no error in what he's saying. It's just like if your son told you, Dad, let me use the car, I just want to go to the store.
No. I'm saying once the race happens.
Once the race happens.
We'll
get to it. We'll get to it and answer itself. What should have happened? Okay? Let's get it.
And Amnon said unto Tamar, bring the meat into the chamber,
right,
that I may eat of thine hand. And Tamar took his cakes which she had made and brought them into the chamber to Amnon, her brother.
So right now, she was in the kitchen cooking. So he put everybody out, and he said, bring also get that lamb around there too. Bring it into the bedroom. I want to eat in the bed. So she put everything on the bed tray. Y'all know the tray. You know, when you do get that special treatment.
David's firstborn son.
Yes, sir. Firstborn son. Let's get it.
What's second?
First, you should check 1 Chronicles 3. His firstborn son was Amnon of Enon the Jezreelite.
This was the son that came before the son that had died.
Yeah, before Absalom and all that.
Right. So he had already had them sons before he got Bathsheba. Go ahead.
Solomon was one of his youngest sons.
Verse 11. And when she had brought them unto him to eat, he took hold of her and said unto her, come lie with me, my sister.
Look how he's doing that. She bringing the food in, and he just grabbed her arm while she still got the tray.
Debo.
Come on, sister, I've been wanting you. I've been wanting you. I've been wanting you. Let's get it.
Verse 12. And she answered him, nay, my brother.
No, my brother. Go ahead.
Do not force me, for no such thing ought to be done in Israel. Do not thou this folly?
Hey, this group right here, not just Deuteronomy 22. There's a doctrine out there. There's a certain Israelite camp that teaches okay to rape a woman.
Right.
She admits that she rape a woman. If she don't belong to nobody, you can rape her. You know what I'm saying? Other madness, if you go to the scripture they try to go to, all you gotta do is read the whole story. Right. It don't mean that actually it's commanded to put the man to death.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And this is a second witness to this 2 Samuel 13, verse 12. She say, do not force me, for no such thing ought to be done in Israel. Do not thou this folly. Proving that no, it's not no such thing as lawful rape.
And if it was, they saying that that's marriage, ain't it?
Yeah. And they twist Deuteronomy 22. Yeah.
Ain't that intercourse? Rape?
Yeah.
And rape intercourse. So are you married at that point?
Remember it said you got to consent.
Consent.
So if y'all run across these characters calling themselves GMS, that's one of the doctrines they teach. GMS means great millstone. You get that from Revelation 18, saying Babylon will be tossed down by a great millstone, so they call themselves GMS. Right? One of their doctrines is you can rape a woman. She don't belong, so I'm telling you, some of them cats teach down in the Del Mar or whatever. I mean, they're real guns, that they got deep men, but understanding the oil that's left the building, the oil of understanding. You feel me? There's no understanding. If you in your mind, feeble mind, think you can just see a woman and drop her and then take her, and you think that's okay and lawful. The understanding is left the building. There is no understanding. I want to show y'all that, just in case you ever heard it, because a lot of people be on Facebook and online studying. You feel me? And you bump into various camps, and you're going to bump into various different doctrines, whatever.
Hold it down, y'all.
This is one of the verses that you can go to show that there ain't no such thing as lawful rape.
Absolutely.
You feel me? This and Deuteronomy 22.
Because when we see Christ talking about a millstone, he's saying if you touch an innocent child or any innocent, it'd be better that you put that around your neck and throw yourself in the sea. Not only that, but we don't call them GMS, great millstone. We call them gangster men of sin. Because they gangster sin. walking like gangsters and overpowered.
Because you got to be out your mind. Didn't Levi and Simeon kill a whole town of people? Right? So you have to be out your... But see, they claim they're men of the Lord. Like you bump into these cats. They say they're the top teachers on planet Earth. They believe this. Right? So for you in your mind to think that you can see a woman that's single and just jaw-jack up and force your way upon her, and the Lord is okay with that, you have lost your mind. No. You have lost your mind.
Don't believe the doctrine of the gangster men of sin. The GMC. Right. Let's get it. All right. Where we at?
Verse 13.
Verse 13.
Verse 13. And whether shall I cause my shame to go?
So now she's saying, if you rape me, and I'm your brother, where should my shame go? Who gonna take me as a wife? Who gonna take her when they hear about it? That's Tamar. That's the one, you know, my brother raped. You know, yeah, tore up, split in twain. That's her. So what is she left to do? What is she left to do? It's saying, who gonna want me after the rumor go out about that?
Right.
Huh? It's gonna have to take a man like Hosea, who was told to go marry a whore. Book of Hosea 4. Yeah. So it takes that type of man to bring that back to the fold, but the average man don't want none of that. Especially how you first came in. Violently. Let's get it. What else to say?
And as for thee, thou shalt be as one of the fools in Israel.
See what he's going to be as? That's what we're going to be talking about.
Fools
in Israel. And a fool in Israel, he's going to be talking about, look at this low down, dirty. That's what he's going to be known as. Hey, old sister raping. One of the fools in Israel. His name and all his children are going to be known after that. The Negro that forced his sister.
And this is okay.
And this is okay. Let's get some more. What it say?
Now therefore, I pray thee, speak unto the king,
David,
for he will not withhold me from thee.
So she said at this point, if you want to marry me, talk to Dad. If you want to marry, understand what she's asking first. Before you take this, before you force yourself on me, at least talk to Daddy and let us just have a wedding. What is she putting in order first? Huh? The responsibility, ain't she? And she's quoting this before the act take place.
And she want to witness somebody to know
That's right.
what's going on.
That's right. So you clip off the fool, but then we got some problems with that too. Let's read some more.
14. Howbeit, he would not hearken unto her voice, but being stronger than she, forced her and lie with life.
So he allowed her and stuff. Get out of them clothes. The woman, did I tell you I don't want to hear that? All of that meal was thrown all over the floor. And he handling the violence, but he's supposed to be sick. But he's supposed to be sick. Let's get it. What else to say?
Then Amnon hated her.
What did he do?
Exceedingly. He hated her exceedingly.
So he hated her exceedingly. Is it after the deal or before?
After.
See, y'all understand this? It's the same thing as Numbers 5.
Wow.
The jealousy law. He bringing up an evil accusation now. He hated her exceedingly. Now, why do you think he hated her like this? Why? Because she got her legs like this.
He had to take her.
He knew he was wrong.
But no, because she wouldn't agree.
Right.
And she was telling them what's right. And we hate things that when people tell us we wrong, we hate it. Why we hate it like that? Why do we hate when we get a woman? He hated it exceedingly because she didn't give in to him. He was wrestling the whole time. And when you have to wrestle like that, the pleasure's gone. He couldn't show out like he wanted to. What that?
She didn't want it.
No, he was a done deal. You fight like that. You fight wait till she go to sleep? Let's get it. Where we at?
Verse 15. Verse 15.
Yes, sir.
Then Amnon hated her exceedingly, so that the hatred wherewith he hated her was greater than the love wherewith he had loved her. And Amnon said unto her, Arise, be gone.
Gone. Yeah, I'm done with you. Here, take these clothes to get on up out of here. Go ahead, what else is
Because I
that?
knew that love was lust.
Right.
When it was gone, he like, yeah, whatever, bye.
Go ahead, what does it say then?
And she said unto him, There is no cause this evil in sending me away is greater than the other that thou didst unto me. But he would not hearken unto her.
Understand what he said. He said, you just broke my virginity.
Right.
You gonna do this to me and then send me away. This is worse than what you were doing at first. The phrase said, if you just would have left me here after you done that, this was better than what you're doing now. You telling me, get out of here, skank. That's what you telling me. It'd have been better after you got through with me, just say, sister, I'm sorry. Like, at least Shechem the Hamite told Dinah that after he break up. He even agreed to be circumcised in his whole family.
Not this Israelite.
Not this Israelite, though. And this is an Israelite, so we got outside people doing better by this. And this is what she said, it had been better if you just did this. Look, Daddy, I lost it. The devil overpowered me, Lord. And that's a lust thing. He just overpowered me. I just couldn't help myself, Daddy. I'm ashamed. Do what Reuben did. Reuben told Jacob the same thing. Daddy, I just couldn't. Jesus, I'm too fine. Let's get it. What else to say?
Then he called his servant that ministered unto him.
So he called his butler back in the room. Go ahead.
And said, Put now this woman out from me, and bolt the door after her.
Do y'all see this? Do y'all see this scoundrel? Do y'all see this son of David? Call his butler. Hey, butler, get up out here. And she walking by the door, and they tow off of her. You know they tow off because he done forced her. Throw out of here and lock the door. I don't want to hear all that whining and crying. But it wasn't about nothing anyway. What the hell was I lusting about? That wasn't nothing. That wasn't worth nothing. And throwed her out. Let's get some more. What else to say?
Verse 18. And she had a garment of diverse colors upon her.
See, she got the same garment that, however, diverse color like Joseph had, that Jacob made for him. Go ahead.
For with such robes were the king's daughter that wore virgin apparel.
So this was virgin apparel.
When they were virgins.
Right. Let's get it.
Then his servant brought her out and bolted the door after her.
Go ahead.
And Tamar put ashes on her head and rent her garments of diverse colors that was on her, and laid her hand on her head and went on crying.
Now y'all see this? She said, I'm royalty. And my brother has done this too. She just rent. Just tore it up and went on. Go.
Hey, I have a question on that.
What you saying?
In her doing that, was she kind of
Spell it out.
releasing the fact that she wasn't a virgin anymore?
No, she was crying because of the travesty of the act. She's already telling them what you're doing is so. When she rent and she put ashes on her head, now she's in mourning. When you get in mourning, something so tragic has happened to you that you got to get down in the dirt now. All these fine clothes don't mean nothing to me because you know why? Because my soul and spirit has been raped. Everything that's on the inside of me, I can wear these garments all day and I can sit at the cheap buffet table with Davis at the new moon. But you know what the whispering is by the bottle? Amnon split at one. She's sitting up there like she's something. Dressed up like the king's daughter in the apparel of virgin. She need to pull it off. Because she ain't a virgin. She's a used piece of. So she had to get down in sackcloth and pray to the Lord. This thing is so great now. The shame that's on me, the king's daughter that's been done to, the same fellas, if you found out this happened to your daughter. Huh?
Bang, bang.
But not only we move this to another level, it's by your son.
Bang, bang, bang.
So you know it's killing time for your own son. This is moved to another level, y'all. But she, as a righteous virgin, did what she's supposed to do. Rip that stuff and say, I'm not worthy right now in my state of mind because mine has been taken from me through stealth. And stealth is coming in below the radar. You know, like that stealth bomb America got? It don't be picked up by the radar. He did it by stealth. She didn't pick up what he was doing, nor did David. That's why she was glad to cook. Oh, I cook for you, bro. You know that ain't no thing. That's what I do. I'm preparing myself for the husband that's going to marry me. These skills, hey, you vouch for my skills, won't you? That's what she's thinking at that point. That I'm coming to do a righteous thing and then this thing happened. And he says, God, I'm way unfair. Why would he let this happen to her like that? Why? Because of Adam and Eve, and because of the same thing we're talking about, the covering. He took on the covering of his partners who were super slick. Where do you think his partner got them slick ways from? Telling you want something to eat, fame, sick. Where do you think he learned that from? Did he learn it from his father? Could have part of it. But we don't know, was this before David had Bathsheba? We don't know, but he saw it. It was not counsel of God that he learned this from. He learned it from a slick willing. That's who his covering was at that time, because his love was lust. Let's get a little bit more of this, then we're going to go to the book of Tobit. We're going to get back on that subject. Go ahead. Where you got it?
And Absalom, verse 20. And Absalom, her brother, said unto her, Has Amnon thy brother been with thee?
You know he can see this. You don't think he saw Amnon's eyes cutting at her? Be like, this nigga, look at my sister, man. He probably done cut eyes at him. Get your eyes up. Bring them eyes back up. He knew because as soon as he saw him, Amnon. I mean, you know, you can see the lust. It don't hide itself. You can holler all you want, I didn't know what was happening, but you see that lust on a person. A brother can see it, and you allow it to happen. You seen him when he licked his eyebrow. You knew what he was up to. Licked his eyebrow. Let's get it, where we at?
Verse 20.
Go ahead, brother.
And Absalom, her brother, said unto her, Has Amnon thy brother been with thee?
What you think he mean by been with thee? You think they went shopping together? What you think he mean? He got a question mark here. Go ahead, read on.
But hold now thy peace, my sister. He is thy brother.
So he like, look, hold your peace, don't go off yet. He is thy brother, so there's a line you can't cross here. There's a line you can't cross. He's your brother. Just like we told not to abhor or Edomite. Why? Because he's our what? He's our brother by birth only. But to abhor is to hate the seed of Esau like that. We can't do that because there's righteous Edomites out there that's willing to hear the words of the Lord. So you can't abhor that. That would be like hate everything black. Everything you say about Ham is with a hated voice. We can't do that, y'all. Just cause another nation name come up and we start downing that nation, there was nations that loved our God. Cyrus the Persian is one, ain't it? Let's get it. Where we at?
But, verse 20.
No, go, let's pick it up so tomorrow.
But hold,
At the end of verse
Well, yeah.
okay. Regard not this. Tamar remained desolate in her brother Absalom's house.
So he told her, look, hold your peace, baby, you come stay with me. So she remained desolate. What does desolate mean? Broke down and without nobody. Desolate, you feel like you left alone. She was left alone in Absalom's house. Let's see what Absalom did about this. Draw. Go ahead.
But when King David heard all these things, he was very wroth.
So we get to your question now, bro. What did David do? David heard about these things. You didn't think it was going to be for it? The butler know. Everybody know. They seen her rending, throwing sackcloth and heard her howling. David was very wrong. Verse 22.
And Absalom spake unto his brother Amnon, neither good nor bad, for Absalom hated Amnon, because he had forced his sister Tamar.
So he never spoke to him good or bad. What that mean? He never said another word to him. Never. Just scoured at him all day long. Saying some things that can't be mentioned in the daylight. You low down punk. You ugly boy. Neither good nor bad. He didn't say nothing to him. So what did that do for anybody else? If you know somebody was silent like that, and you know you done did something to them, that affects your spirit, you be like, I got to watch this here. It's ain't saying nothing. At least if somebody talking about what they can do, I can get ready for it. But just like we talking fat mouth, you can get on the phone and say what I'm going to do and holler, but behind hookers ain't talked about, they just perform. Wherever you at, they just show up. Didn't I tell you? They don't talk. But if you holler, yeah, I see you, dog. Boys, you can do that for an hour. Let's get it. Where we at?
Verse 22. And Absalom spake unto his brother.
Verse 23.
Verse 23. And it came to pass after 2 full years.
How long it was?
It was 2 full years.
Y'all think about this. He ain't said nothing to this man in 2 years. Let's get it. What else to say?
That Absalom had
Sheep shearers.
In Brit-HaHadashah,
Right.
which is beside Ephraim, and Absalom invited all the king's sons.
So Absalom, right here, he invited all the king's son, all his brothers. What you got, brother?
According to